So if you want to know what it's like preparing for a video,
this is it.
We've got to get our makeup put on.
We do. So y'all can see me with and without.
Since we have begun this I'm trying to do a video. Since we have begun this RV journey, you guys have been asking us a lot of questions, and today Lane and I are going to be answering those starting right now.
Just kidding. Is that paper going to be showing there?
I hope not.
What are you doing?
Doing that.
Oh, it's a professional thing.
I have no idea.
Oh, you're so funny.
Okay, I'm going to go like this. All right. Sorry.
That's why you were doing that. I thought it was like some focus thing.
No, I did that in the other one. I was like, I said we're going to start right now, and I put my hand up to it. So
do
then
that again.
So then when I come back, my hand will come off it, and we're sitting here.
Okay, I had no idea. I didn't know. I thought it was some professional thing. You gotta do that again.
Okay. I gotta figure out what I'm going to say.
Okay. What'd you end with?
We're going to start right now.
Okay, I'll say something, okay? Y'all got questions? We got answers.
Sorry, I'm not liking that's how it's going.
Okay, that's okay. I'll be quiet and you start it.
No, you did great.
Okay, no, I didn't really love it.
Okay.
Starting right now. And so one thing I did notice, instead of saying you guys got questions, you guys have had lots of questions, we want to make it like you guys have some awesome questions. We want to, you know what I mean? Like thankful for the questions.
All right. Don't like that either.
Okay. All right.
All right. Oh man.
You gotta do the hand thing.
Yeah, I gotta do the hand thing.
So what do you want to say? Let's at least know the first sentence.
How about we just? How about we just?
Teeth?
No.
Okay.
How about?
Hey guys, Merry Christmas!
Thank you to each and every one of you who asked us questions. We did a Facebook post, we did a YouTube post, and you guys sent us some amazing questions, but we have also been getting questions ever since we started this journey about tons of different things that we want to address. We figured now's a great time to do that, and we just want to thank you guys for submitting those questions to us.
We love you guys.
We really do.
Kind of feel like you're a little fan.
And I want to say thank you to everybody who watches our channel, who has subscribed to our channel.
And said nice things.
Yes, we've had so many compliments. It's just been great getting to meet so many new people, and we have absolutely just loved each and every part of it, of this journey so far. I think the greatest part of it all, and we've mentioned this before, was just the community. We love this community, and we love getting to meet so many new people.
We do.
So let's get into the questions.
Okay.
Question number one was, somebody asked us, what does weROAM mean? And whenever Lane and I first kicked around the idea of becoming full-time travelers, we was trying to figure out what do we want to call ourselves. Well, eventually we called ourselves Loftus Party of Six / weROAM. And the reason why we did two different names, Loftus Party of Six is who we are. There was just something about that just...
It kept coming back to us. Like we kicked around 100 really awesome sounding names, but we're just Loftus Party of Six. We don't know what else to do about that.
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is.
But
we are.
It is. The weROAM was something that we came up with because we wanted something to define our journey. And weROAM means we RV, that's the R, on a mission. And that's why the ROAM is capitalized, because it's is an acronym?
Yeah. I'm only in first grade homeschool. I mean, come on, don't put me on the spot like that.
Yeah, sorry. I believe it's called an acronym.
But whatever, it just means RV on a mission. RVers on a mission.
So we RV on a mission. So that's what that means. The next question, do we have any regrets?
Well, do we have any regrets?
Or would we do anything different? Has been a question we've been asked.
So I have as far as like doing this life, zero regrets. I would regret so much if I hadn't have done this. I have no regrets. Would you agree with that?
I would agree.
Doing things different, I'm sure there's things we could have done different, But it's like I was telling one of you that's getting ready to take your journey, you can't know until you just go. We could have tried to, we were as prepared as we could be. He was. I was just rolling with it. But he was prepared as you can be, and we still learned things the hard way. So really, I don't know if there's anything we could have done different until we've actually experienced the lifestyle.
You can ask all kinds of questions to people who are in this life until you're blue in the face. But when it comes down to it, until you actually jump into it and try it and do the things, you just really learn as you go. It's always been a learning experience for us. Day one, so many things we've learned.
And still, like, we're home for the holidays, and we're going to redo some shelving in our cabinets, and we're just going to rearrange some things, take some things out that we never used that we thought we would, and just little things like that. We're just learning as we go, but oh my gosh, I don't regret this at all.
The only other thing I would add for me financially was I wish I would have made us a little bit bigger nest egg. We paid for the fifth wheel and the truck in cash when we sold the house, and I wish I would have done that a little bit different to give us a little bit bigger nest egg because of the unexpected expenses on the truck, things we've had to have fixed, and those are bound to come. You will have that happen. So if you're thinking of doing this life, make sure you have a large enough nest egg or savings just to where you can fall back on if something happens. The next question is, do we have a definitive timeline for RVing, or do we ever plan on going back to a traditional home?
So we really don't have a certain timeline. For me, I just want to see all the states, and I think you're on that same page. And the kids, you know, if you're going to go all out. So we at least want to see all the states, at least. And yeah, we want to have a home again. But right now, the thought of living in a home makes me sweat and makes me stress. And like, I know that God has us in this season right now because of that. Because the thought of having a home, I just think, ugh. But I know that it'll come. I know that we'll want a home again. And we've talked about whenever we do have a home again, you know, we want it small. It's addicting to be a minimalist. It's addicting to have a small area, a small space to live in and raise your family in. So we've talked about it, but the thought of doing it right now is like totally out of the question.
Right. I think whenever I originally was thinking of doing this life, I had just for some reason 2 years in my mind for no reason. It was just I was thinking, oh, we'll do this for a couple years. But our hope is, like Lane said, we would love to have a home base. We would love to have a very small cabin home that we can kind of come back to during times like right now. We are back in both of our home state, celebrating Christmas with family. And so we would love to have a place where we can come back to.
Your leg is just shaking like crazy. I'm sorry. I had to laugh it out because it was showing on my face. Okay. I'm sorry.
This is real life. You can't get more real than this. You can't get more real than this. But we would love to have a home base.
Yes.
But we would also love to continue to travel. So I don't really see this ever stopping.
Right. Yeah.
It may look different, but I don't see it ever stopping.
Right. Yeah. The goal is to have a home base at some point because we want that and for our kids and stuff, but always travel. I don't ever want to get rid of the fifth wheel. We're in disagreement on that.
Yeah. I would love to maybe go smaller. You said you love minimal. You said you love minimalist.
Isn't that the funniest thing you ever heard in all your time?
I mean, we live in 350 square feet.
We're six. There's six of us.
It's a 38-foot fifth wheel, so.
6. We're not going smaller. Mark my words down on a piece of paper and message him that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe whenever we're empty nesters.
Airstream.
We would love to have an Airstream one day.
That's the goal. Oh my gosh. And see, I can't wait. We're addicted to this. Even if we have a home, we're never going to stop this.
Yeah.
It's just too fun.
We do love it.
It's good.
Mentioning of fifth wheels, somebody asked us what upgrades we have made for the winter. We are in southern Missouri. Honestly, when we got here in November, it was really cold for like a week or two. It was like down in the teens. We were having our water lines freeze, different things. But what I did was I put around hay bales, which I know is not very common, and most people may frown against that. Yeah, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. But being on a farm, which is where we are, my parents own a farm, and we are on the farm. We have hay. We will use hay. And so I just wrapped it in plastic bags so it'll stay, keep moisture out of it. And
that way his dad can use them when we're done.
So when we leave, I'll just give the hay to my dad and he can use it to feed the cows. But it really just looks horrible. There's lots of areas that had gaps. I really don't like it. If I had it to do over again, I would just buy, I would buy a vinyl tarp of some sort and cut it to size and fit it around by tape or something.
But we're here for like 2 seconds. I mean, we're not here long enough to worry about all that.
We really aren't. We're not wintering here. In fact, in November it got super cold, but ever since,
it's 56
even before
degrees
Thanksgiving,
today.
it's been in the 50s during the day and 30s, maybe 20s at night. So it's been phenomenal weather, I think, for us.
And it heats, like, we're warm. It's so cozy in here. It gets hot in here. So
we have been going through more propane than what we've experienced. Of course, before we weren't really using it for heat, but whenever it's been cold and it's been running a lot, maybe we got 2 30-gallon tanks, maybe one a week is what it's been lasting. So, but other than that, it's been great.
Oh yeah.
For wintering.
Yeah.
It's been no problem at all.
But we're over it. Like, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
We love our family.
We are ready to head south. We're ready to get back on the road. I think that's
just more memories. Like, we're longing for adventure.
Yeah.
You know.
Next question is, can you give us an idea on what your budget is? And this is kind of a hard thing for us because we are big Dave Ramsey fans. We have always tried to live by a budget, but the budget hasn't always come easy to us because we're self-employed and because our income fluctuates. And we're going to address our income here in a second. That's also been another great question we've been getting. But as far as the budget goes, because our income fluctuates, we have to kind of set a norm or at least maybe a base of what we have to kind of allow for a month in expenses. And I'll just give an idea. It's been on average maybe about $3,000. That was whenever we were traveling. Now, whenever we have been stationary in here, we haven't had to pay for staying here. So that's really, and the fuel has been a lot less.
Oh yeah, but it was also Christmas and I got Amazon happy.
Yeah.
So that kind of ended up even.
And I didn't get Amazon happy.
He didn't.
No,
he got Amazon tips.
I was like, whoa.
He got.
But again, back to the budget.
Oh, back to the budget.
Back to the budget.
Pay attention.
So here's what I would say on the budget. It's going to fluctuate. You were going to head out and you're going to think, because I know we thought we could do it for. It was in the $2,000, $2,500 range.
Here's why, and I keep saying this. Here's why. We thought we'd be boondocking the whole time. We thought we would be boondocking at least half of every month.
Yeah.
And that was not the case because we were in 90-degree weather and we didn't understand. So if you're new to this, understand this. If it's 90-degree weather and you have a 38-foot trailer, you're not going to be boondocking. It's just not going to work out. It's just for so many reasons, and we can go into that, or you can ask Michael in a message.
But if you do go into this lifestyle and you're thinking a certain amount, just know that it's going to fluctuate.
It
has for us, and it's going to continue to fluctuate. We're going to continue to make adjustments on that and hopefully get it down to a science, and then hopefully we can do an actual budget video one day. But right now,
that's Michael's dream country.
I would love to have a science down to the penny. But right now, we're still working on that.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. But we just didn't know that we'd be in campsites every single night.
Yeah. At
campgrounds every night paying for them. And that was the pits.
So finishing up with the budget, I think the next question should be, what do we do for income? Because that has been probably the number one asked question that we get. And I'll let Lane answer that.
So I had a hair salon for years, loved it. I love people. I really love making people feel good and look good and all the things good. But whenever we moved, our last move, I decided that I couldn't do a salon and raise the kids, and so I quit working, period. And like 2 months into that, and I was hating it because I hated not having an income. I don't know if any moms can feel me, but network marketing kind of fell into my lap. I wasn't looking for it. I actually had a bad taste in my mouth about it. But it just all kind of fell into place. We believe God brought that to us. And the company I work for has just blessed us big. We're almost 3 years in. And it burned a passion in me. And it's a great way for me to still be present in my kids' life and my husband's life. I work 2 to 5 hours a day from my phone. I don't even have a computer. It's just been a huge blessing for us. We, network marketing is where it's at if you're on the road. We love Plexus. That's the company that we chose, and it's just been a huge blessing for us.
We believe that God kind of placed that before us because He wanted to make us mobile.
Yeah.
This is network marketing, and there's lots of other things, but network marketing is something that you can really work from your phone, and as long as you have internet connection, you can work. And
Which not all campsites have internet connection.
Yes.
That's another thing we've had to work around.
But we believe that this was placed in our lap so that we could be mobile and we could make an income and still do the things like this that we want to do with our family. Because we believe being together as a family is important, homeschooling our children is important, and me being home to help is important. So we believe this was just a missing link to our puzzle that has now completed.
Mm-hmm. I believe, God designed us to be together as a family. He didn't design us to be away from each other, 10 hours a day and come together at bedtime. And I feel like we're living, that's rare in the world that we live in, but it's completely how God designed us to be. And we definitely, everybody's different. We love everybody, just so you know. We love everybody. Like, we do not expect everybody to feel the way we feel about anything. But for us, for Michael and I, we've always been better together. Jack Johnson wrote a song about that. But it's true. We're better together. If we're apart from each other, we struggle. But if we're together, I don't know, we just thrive better when we're together. So for us, this is what we're made for.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, our final question. Basically, to sum it up, people have just asked what are our plans for next year, for 2019. And we are going to be here in Missouri.
Should we tell them? Should we tell them?
Tell them what?
I was going to play a joke that we were expecting.
Do
but
not.
I was scared that you thought that I was
Well, that was
expecting.
After you asked me that the second time, that's what I was thinking. I'm like...
I'm sorry, I need to get serious.
Thank you for telling me that was a joke because you seriously had me scared.
Promise. Promise that's not.
Okay. All right.
Okay, sorry.
I can live again.
I'm going to be serious.
Okay, so our plans. Plans for 2019. We're going to be here in Missouri until right
January
after...
6th.
Yeah, January 6th. Well, or 7th is actually the plan, but then we're going to be south. We're going to be going probably into Texas. She has an event through her work that she's going to be attending in the Dallas area. So we are going to be heading south and then eventually work our way west. We would love to see a lot of just beautiful areas out west that we haven't been to yet, that our kids haven't seen. Hopefully end up in the north, in the mountains somewhere by summer. And I don't know how that'll look as far as, because we always plan to maybe come back occasionally to Missouri and then head back out. I don't know what the case will be. Somebody asked this one time, do you plan your routes or you just make them up as you go? And to be honest with you, we just make them up as we go.
Yeah, we do. Well, our big trip, we knew our destination, and so we kind of just made it up as we went, but we had a destination. And this time we really don't. We just know we want to go west and then north, and then I would love to be out east in the fall.
Yeah.
That's Lane's goal. But, we have learned that you can't map it all out. With that being said, one of the hardest lessons in the beginning was not having a plan stresses you the heck out. So I'd be like, babe, where are we going tomorrow? I'm packing this fifth wheel and I have no idea where we're going. Like, is this a 2-hour trip? Is this a 6-hour trip? Do I need to pack fruit snacks? I don't know. You do have to plan a little, like a week in advance. Otherwise, you are going to find yourself on the road and it's dark and there's nothing open for you and you're at a Walmart.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. We have done that a few times and it's not fun doing that. But that's our plan. Hopefully in 2019, we will get to be a lot in the west and the northern part of the United States and hopefully get to meet a lot of amazing people along the way.
Yeah, we love you guys.
We would love to attend some full-time family rallies, any type of events where you get together as a family in this RV community. We would love to do that. Hopefully we can do that and meet you guys along the way. And we just love this. Again, thank you so much. We love you guys. If you do have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. We hope to do another Q&A video in the future. So just make sure you leave us some questions down below. Give us a big thumbs up if you like this video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. And
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. And Happy New Year.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.